Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Kevin's theater session number 2. If you have not watched my first session, go back and watch it. You can find it on our YouTube page. It will be up this week, I believe. So for those who are just joining us at session 2, you can still watch and then watch the first session later. That's okay. Just a little structure on how I teach this. First, we watch a video from the Broadway stars. They teach us a little bit more about how the movie went to stage, and they give us different terms, terminology that deal with theater itself. Then we explore, which is a at-home based activity that I will do with you guys. And then we go into the create phase. And this is where I assign you a project. I'll talk you through some examples of another activity that we do. And I usually share mine with yours. And then you go and do the activity, which leads to the next phase, which is share. So whatever you did in that activity, we would like you to share it with us. You can comment below in the Class Dojo post. You can post to the student's portfolio. You can email us, text us, whatever you guys prefer, just to share your work. It can be messaging, whatever you text us. It could be pictures, or just a little comment just saying, hey, we really had fun. We do want to hear back from you guys so we can share this with everyone, and especially today's activity. Today's activity is a really engaging activity between me and the students. And then we reflect. So every single end of theater session, we reflect in a journal. You can respond to those questions or prompts that I give you by drawing, writing. You can write a poem, you can write a haiku, whatever you guys like. So let's get started with theater session number 2's main theme. And today's theme is pride. So today we're going to learn about the influences and inspirations behind The Lion King and explore the ideas of an ensemble. So what is an ensemble? An ensemble is a group of people that come together that create what I call a unit. When we refer to an ensemble in a musical or a play, it means the cast. Sometimes it means just the people that are not the leads, so it's everyone else. And if you're not a lead and you're in the ensemble, that doesn't mean that your part is any less valuable, because the entire show is based on every single person. And usually ensembles play more than one role. In The Lion King, you'd be playing an animal, we'll say the cheetahs for then, and then another scene you'd be playing a tree, and then another scene playing a lioness. So ensembles are fun because you get to play multiple roles, especially for those who are shy. So before we get started, we do need our materials today, and our materials that we need today are, you're going to need your journal. So in theater session 1, we made a journal, and it's called a pride journal. And the end of the lesson, I asked you guys to decorate it, as you can see. You decorate it with stickers, you can color it, you can write different things, whatever you guys like. I want you to decorate it to make you feel that this is your journal. So feel free and go ahead and do that, guys. So we'll need this today. We'll need our pride journal, and we will need a pen or pencil, whatever you guys prefer. So again, we need a journal or a pen or pencil for today. That is all the materials we need. One activity, I will require you to get another item, but you don't need that right now because it's more the share portion of our lesson. Okay, so today, our lesson, we are going to watch the video, the at-home adaptation of The Lion King experience with our 2 Broadway stars.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we'll be exploring pride. Pride means respecting who you are and what you've accomplished. but it also means something very special in the Lion King experience.
In this session, we'll look at some of the traditions from around the world that are a part of the Lion King, learn about the djembe drum, and create ensemble contracts.
Hey, Jelani, why do you think the Lion King thrills audiences around the world?
Well, Cindy, maybe part of it is because there are cultural elements from many different countries woven into the show. For example, the music has lyrics from African languages including Zulu, Xhosa, Setswana, Sesotho, and Swahili. And there are so many different types of dances: ballet, modern, African, Caribbean, Balinese.
And all those dancers wear amazing detailed costumes with fabric beading styles from Africa, Asia, and Europe. And then there are the masks and the puppets inspired by practices in Japan, Bali, Java, and Mali.
But the music is my absolute favorite. It's inspired by many traditional African forms, including chanting, call and response, and drumming, which is the heartbeat of the Lion King. Now let's learn about the djembe. The djembe is a traditional West African drum used to create rhythms that accompany song, dance, and even work. It's a very expressive social instrument. The word djembe means everyone gather together in peace.
Playing the djembe is simple. You play with your hands, not a stick, and hit different parts of the drum to create unique sounds.
Each session, a few of you will get a turn to use a djembe. One of the ways you'll use it is during our warm-up. Hey, that reminds me, it's time to warm up.
Time for our daily warm-up. If you're using a djembe today, just hold it under one arm and keep the beat as we learn. Let's review the opening section we learned last time, again using call and response. I will call and you respond. Ibambeni.
Ibambeni.
Jalo.
Jalo.
Bakiti.
Bakiti.
Ibambeni jalo bakiti.
Ibambeni jalo bakiti.
Ninga dinwa.
Ninga dinwa.
Ninga pelerwa.
Ninga pelewa.
Gamandla.
Gamangla.
Ninga dinwa. Ninga pelerwa. Gamandla.
Ninga dinwa. Ninga pelewa. Gamangla.
Now let's practice this whole section. I will give you a cue on the djembe. You can play the rhythm with your hands and feet. Listen first, and then we'll repeat together. Ibambe ni jalo bakiti ninga dinwa ninga pelewa gamanla. Now together.
Ibambe ni jalo bakiti ninga dinwa ninga pelewa gamangla.
Nicely done.
Thanks, Leonie. The Lion King experience is organized around warm-ups, activities, and sharing.
We'll begin each session with an opening ritual to warm up our minds and bodies. Then, we'll have full class activity followed by work in smaller groups. Each session will end with sharing and reflection. With this plan, we'll take our learning journey together.
Hey, Jelani, I just got a cool idea. Do you know what groups of lions are called?
Sure do. Prides. Hey, that gives me a cool idea. Let's call our small groups prides.
How did you ever come up with that, Jelani?
I guess your co-host is just a brilliant guy. So in your prides, you'll be given a challenge sheet that will introduce your challenge for the day. With each session, someone new will have a turn at being the pride leader. The pride leader's job is to keep the group on task and on time for each challenge.
Each pride will receive a djembe drum. The djembe will become the centerpiece for your pride and your pride identity. Your pride leader will be in charge of the djembe for each session.
That's a big responsibility. Oh, the pride leader will rotate each session, so no matter what, you should always treat him or her with respect.
You have to give respect to get respect.
You heard the lady. It's important that we develop a sense of pride in our ensemble by being responsible and respecting everyone's hard work.
To help us do that, we'll create an ensemble contract. An ensemble is a group of people who work together to get something done. Contracts are agreements, written promises to be responsible, put in hard work, and share the rewards.
Before I sign a professional actor's contract, I make sure I read it carefully and understand what's expected of me, like showing up on time, knowing my lines, and giving 100% effort with every performance.
Today, when you're creating your ensemble contract, think about what it means to be a good ensemble member, pride leader, pride member, and audience member.
From the smallest ant to the biggest elephant, all the animals work together to bring balance to the pride lands.
Likewise, we need every one of you to understand what's expected of you, so together, we make the Lion King experience the best it can be. Today, we learned about cultural inspirations and the djembe, and introduced session organization, working in prides, and the ensemble contract.
We did a lot. Now, you'll create your own ensemble contract, form your pride identities, and decorate your djembes.
So we're back from watching the video. I want to break down today's lesson on what we're going to do and how we're going to accomplish that, and then we'll dive right in. So during today, we're going to take about 10 minutes for the explore phase. In explore phase, we're going to talk about an ensemble and what it takes to be an ensemble. Then we're going to create our own ensemble and assign jobs for those that we put into our ensemble. We're going to be doing that all in our journal, so you can open up your journal and get that prepared. Then during the create phase, we're going to take about 15 minutes and we're going to draw inspiration from our own cultures and our own ethnicities and get one object and share that with you. And like, what is the object? What does the object mean to you culturally? What significance does it have? And all that type of thing, because in The Lion King, they got a lot of their inspiration from South Africa. And you'll see that with the patterns, the costume patterns, the music, the language. So we're going to grab something of our own personal items, and it doesn't have to be something super significant. I will show you mine. I have that ready in the wings. And then we're going to take 5 minutes in our share phase, and that's where I want you guys to make a video blog, take a picture. You can write comments or a story, like I said, in your class portfolio or in the comment sections in the Class Dojo post for this lesson. You could comment down there as well. I want you guys to tell us what your object was and why was it significant. And then we're going to wrap up today's reflection. We're going to take 10 minutes and kind of write or draw in our journal. And we're going to ask ourselves these 2 questions. How did we pick this object that we are sharing? And why is it important to you? That's question 1. And then question 2 is, what is something in your life that brings you pride? How does it affect the decisions you make every day? I know they are 2 big, deep questions to answer, and like I said, depending on who's watching this video, for my young ones, you guys can draw that picture, and I will simplify those responses a little bit later down once we get to the reflection section. So right now, that was just the gist of what we're going to do today. So we're going to dive right back into our explore phase, and we are going to talk about an ensemble.